Shirley have a statement?
Real quickly, I just wanted, we asked that this be put on the agenda. During the campaign, there was many comments that some of the new folks that were running for the board were in favor of privatization of MCHD. I can tell you from my point of view, and having long discussions with all these new folks on the board, we never had that intention. We don't have that intention. We will not do that. That's never been anything that we've made some comments about taking a look at private situations for small contracts. For example, you know, taking a real estate property and having it, you know, modified or whatever. That's all we were talking about. We weren't talking about taking the whole association private. So we just wanted to make it clear. You know, I'm sorry if there was a misunderstanding, but we never ever said that, and we don't believe in it. That's all I have to say.
Well, I didn't realize it was an issue until during the elections. An employee, which I did not know at the time, was an employee, asked me if I knew it's on.
I'm going to make it closer to you, thank you, so I can hear you.
Okay. Is that better?
Yes.
Yes.
So the question was asked if why there was a discussion about privatizing the hospital district, and I just went into detail and told the individual, which I again did not know was an employee at the time, why that was not going to take place, why I would not do it, and later found out that she works here for us. So, but I found out through her that a lot of employees were upset about it and were concerned about their jobs and about losing their jobs, and it was never on the table. It was never a thought. My 12 years here, never once came up to thinking about doing anything like that. That was it.
So I would just like to chime in and say I appreciate that clarifying, and I will take everyone at their word that that is not their plan to privatize. As a 52-year emergency responder, starting back in 1973, I've worked with private providers, I've worked with public providers. I'm a big fire-based EMS guy coming from the state of Michigan. And when I took over South County Fire in 2009, there was a lot of my folks that talked about going ALS and running our own advanced life support service, and I did that in one of my fire departments in Michigan. And I said there would be no benefit, there would be an extreme amount of cost to do that, and there would be no increase in care. I've seen services in many places. I think the MCHD does the best patient care that I've ever seen. All it takes is to look at what Dr. Dixon in the past and Dr. Patrick now in these cases that they present. When you have an ER physician that comes in and talks about platitudes of your people and how they saved a 37-year-old person's life. While yes, private enterprise sometimes is cheaper, you obviously get what you pay for. And I will be the vote against any attempt to privatize. Thank you.
And let me just say too, I want to thank you guys for clarifying that. You know, there was a lot of concern. Primarily, I'm concerned for those people out there. They were concerned, and rightly so. So I'm glad that's been clarified. And you know, we'll move forward. If I take you at the word that was just a misunderstanding at best. So and we'll move on. Is that fair enough from everybody? Okay. All right. Moving on.